Hello, hello. Welcome back to Tifosi Time, your favorite Serie A podcast. Even if you don't know it yet, we discuss everything Serie A, transfer news, the latest scores. This week we'll be discussing the fiasco with Juventus and Porto. And if you guys have seen this before, you know we probably have about 10% information, 90% shenanigans. So thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed before, do it now, please. It makes us feel better. It's why we live. So this week we're going to cover everything that happened in match day 27 and I'll look ahead at the next week. But before we get into that, also hit the like button if we say anything at all that makes you guys laugh. So say hello, fellas. Chris, Dan.
Let's go. Let's get started. We got to make fun of Juventus. Come on, move it. Let's go.
How are you?
All right. What do we start with? The Champions League game?
Yeah, you have to start. Yeah, we have to start.
I feel like we need
Fino alla fine.
He just said their slogan, their motto.
Hey, Putin, look, we already got one fan.
Putin in the house.
Putina. Love us some Putina.
All right, let's start with this fantastic display. 4-4 on aggregate, 3-2 victory, but they get eliminated because they suck. Who wants to start on this fantastic game?
Not me. I hate this team. Someone else talk.
Go ahead.
Let's start.
Go ahead. What do you want to say about it?
Go ahead. Jump in.
This game with the Porto told us, besides the loss, they told us a lot of things. They told us maybe Ronaldo's going to leave, which person I think Juventus can afford to have a guy like that. With all this beauty, all this goal scoring, Juventus has to think about to renovate this team with young people. If we think about something, right, how much Ronaldo cost to us, we should have money and put those money on Haaland, even if they ask 150 million. It's like when I say we have to buy Donnarumma, we have to close media term, 10 years, something like that. We can, Ronaldo told us we cannot win the championship with the best guy if we're going to have the rest of the team good. So we have to wake up and buy new Chiesa, new Holland, new people, and try to recuperate most of all the ball. That's what I think. Bring back Romero. That's it.
Yeah, I think the whole discussion about the future and how do we renew the team. I mean, that I definitely agree that we need to do that. I mean, before we go on to that, I kind of think this game, unfortunately, is a microcosm of the whole season, right? It's, they say you are what your record is as a team, and this was exactly a perfect example of the whole season. They play good for 20 minutes, they play crappy for 40 minutes. In the end of the day, you can't. Porto is not even the best Porto, right? It's not. It's no great team, and just to be able to, not be able to take the result home, not be able to, you score 3 goals and you still go home on aggregate score. I mean, there's so many problems with Juventus right now, and I think this season, culminating with this elimination from the Champions League, has a lot to do with exactly what they are. They're a mediocre roster with a poor midfield. With an inexperienced coach that's not able to elevate enough of them, right, at a time to get more out of them than what they really are, with a team that doesn't have a great play or style or strategy or movement on the field that can either make up for the lack of talent. And we're dependent on 1 or 2 people to make the difference. And when they don't, you lose, you go home. And I think that's what we saw, and it was disgusting, but predictable, if that makes sense.
Yep, I agree. I just feel like they're definitely going to make moves, I would hope. It's just going to be hard to. I don't know. Are we going to be able to get rid of Bonucci? Is he going to want to leave? Questions like
away. We just have to have courage.
Yeah, but
to get rid of Bonucci, Chiellini, although they're still a little bit okay, but
but I think
the defense there, young people. You have to think about it.
it's a lot easier to say that than to actually do it, I think.
Already, Chiellini, I think he decided to stop. This
Yeah. It looks like
we have to have the courage to send the Chiellini too.
He's the one that would keep
Bonucci too.
No, but I think what Chris is saying though is a fact of like, yeah, we have all these people, they're overpaid.
Yeah, that's the problem.
They're mediocre, and wanting to renew is one thing, but without having endless amount of money, and they have to
management is good.
We need the 3-4 years. I mean, we have to do the right adjustment. In other words, I mean, they say they like Chesney. Personally, I don't.
Yeah, I don't think he's in great shape.
Personally, I would invest in Donnarumma. I would have 10 years, at least 10 years, goalie, and the 10 years, national team goalie. So and that's one thing, one improvement. The other thing is I would bring back Romero, which delete Romero, Danilo, which Danilo deserve renewal because we can use him in 3 positions: defense, center, even now midfield.
He played decent in midfield on
with the midfield that we have.
Yeah,
show it's that bad that Danilo make one of the good ones.
It's true.
Make one of the good ones.
So,
what I would suggest we have a Chiesa to go goodbye, and we have a Vesco, we have McCann and Delete. We have to start with them. We have to start with them. I would try to get back the Bala, which is one of that could help us. Sell Ronaldo. Try to get with that money. I think we can get Haaland with the money we spend on him.
I don't think so.
No, they ask 450 million. If you think about Ronaldo, cost us 30 million a year.
Yeah.
And Ronaldo did what he had to us what he had to do with Juventus. In other words, he made understand that we are a good team. Anybody can come to play for us. He brought some,
No, I think we all agree with you, especially with the players that you're mentioning. We would like to keep those players, right? The problem is like you're like, say Rabiot, you don't want him, right?
No, Rabiot. Okay, I want to keep in the roster like Arthur.
All right, so then ignore him.
Bentancur and Rams.
Okay, so ignore it. Let's go to Ramsey. He's getting paid $7 million a year. Let's just say, I think around there. You want to get rid of him? Great. Who's going to pay him $7+ a year now?
In England, they can pay.
Yeah, but we have to remember it's post-COVID too, right? So even these teams have budgets, and it's not a matter of paying. Can they pay him $7? They have to look. Well, do I want to pay Ramsey $7, or can I pay someone better $7?
Yeah, plus the fee to get him.
Yeah, but even Juventus wants to make some money. Even they get to 10 million. You know what I mean?
So here's the thing. Juventus, the problem that I'm seeing is they send mixed messages and they don't have a plan. They just kind of react to whatever happens right away and don't have a long-term kind of plan. They say, yes, Ronaldo's part of the future, but at the same time, we want to rebuild. You can't do both at the same time.
Right.
So make a decision and stick to it. They're not doing that.
Daniel, plus, if you plan to keep what's his name, the coach, Pirlo, it's better to give young people.
Yeah, for sure.
And now people like Chiellini, Bonucci, or Ronaldo.
Yeah, he's got to grow with the team. Yeah, that would be the most fair thing to do for him. But I'm saying you can't have it both ways. You're not going to be able to rebuild and then have Ronaldo on the team. So pick something and choose. And from I've been seeing is Ronaldo's staying. He's not going anywhere.
You cannot even talk about a play with Ronaldo on the team because the play is still there. Everybody looking for Ronaldo.
And I don't think it helps Pirlo having Ronaldo on the team.
Today's game, all forward, they come back too on the occasion. They have press too.
Listen, I think Ronaldo ultimately is going to be, unfortunately, he's going to be on the team. or not be on the team based on what he decides. And I think this goes to what Dan was saying, right? Like, where's the plan? Like, Juventus usually had a plan. They made a decision. And if they didn't want Ronaldo, even if he wanted to stay, they would have figured a way to get rid of him. Or if they wanted to keep him, he would. Here, I feel like they're just going to be like left. Well, he's not going to stay. Then they're going to work around him, and that's what the problem is. It's like, yes, he's a great player, but if the rest of the team doesn't work, it doesn't matter, right?
Because we're the championship.
Wait, so you guys think he's going to want to stay?
Yes.
I don't know. I don't know if he's going
so.
to want to stay.
I wouldn't want to.
I think
especially I saw him play Porto. If I didn't think he was a professional, a good professional, I would say he salted the game. It wasn't even a smile, nothing.
Yeah.
What's there to smile about?
Yeah, what was there to smile
No,
about?
I mean, be upset, be something.
No, I think he's gonna. I think if someone comes and gives him another 3-year new contract at the same amount of money, another team, let's say France or something, somewhere where he wants to go try that for 3 years, then he may leave. But
there's 3 options for Ronaldo. It's going back to Real Madrid, PSG, or Manchester United. If not, he's stuck at Juventus. So, and I think he wants to stay at Juventus. I don't think he wants to go.
And you know what's going to happen? He's going to get screwed. They're going to keep him 1 more year. His contract's going to run out, and then he's going to go somewhere. So they're not going to get anything for him.
Plus, I think what I never crazy like all the Juventus fan about the Pogba. But if Manchester United would do this exchange, I would have taken a while, just like that.
Nah, I don't want it.
He's 28 years old.
Pogba. He's another overrated guy who makes too much, who's not going to make a difference.
But if you think about, send someone big away and get some, for the fan and bring someone back.
Yeah, but you think he's gonna listen to Pirlo? He's not listening to Pirlo either. He's gonna do what the hell he wants. That's not good for Pirlo.
Pogba to me is the complete opposite of what they need. They need people that are hungry, that want to prove themselves. They don't need Pogba who thinks he's a champion to come and dance around in the midfield and point at Arthur because he's not doing something. Like, you need someone who's going to say, I take the responsibility. I'm going to be the one to make the team better. And Pogba's not that guy. Pogba's the guy who's, when you're winning 4-0, he wants to score his goal and look good. When you're losing or a tough game, Pogba doesn't make the difference.
Yeah, so we have to do the 2 things. At least we need, even if we give away Ramsey, we get Rabiot, we still need 2 midfield.
Yes.
Which would be our Locatelli would be nice for me.
Because that's what I was going to say. That's what I was going to say. Out of Ramsey, Bentancur, Rabiot, and Arthur, you can afford to keep 2.
2,
right?
So
And 2, you have to upgrade. You can't have the entire midfield of these guys.
Yeah.
So if you're going to keep Rabiot and Arthur, the other 2 have to go, right?
So at least I think they realize that, though. Like, they know they
did not that much.
Do they though? Because
if he realized it, he would have put Fajoli in at the end of the Coyote game. Like, they don't realize anything. Like, why did he not come in at the end of that game?
They
just say, let's go young, let's try this thing. They don't even put him in the last 20 minutes of the game. So don't give me that crap that they realize. They don't know what they're doing. They really don't know what they're doing.
And I go back, I blame Paratici because another organization would have said, you know what, sorry, we just spent 2 years trying to get Emery Can. Now you came and he sucks.
Yeah.
Like,
bring him back.
I'm not going to sell him. Find a way to play him because, our midfield has sucked for 2 years, right? And so even when they get the right guys, they don't know who to keep, right? Or they get stuck selling the ones that have any type of value because they can cash in for some money, like Romero and Spinazzola and Pellegrini, Chan. So, like, who's going to break that cycle? Our is going to cost a ton of money. So how are we going to get him realistically?
You're not going to.
I don't think they're going to. I think if they really want to do it, you're playing Fajoli, you're playing Rovella next year, you're building with younger guys and seeing if they can actually actually play.
They're not doing that.
No, but you cannot start to. You have to put a team that can win too. Come on.
You can't have Rovella and Fagioli full time.
I'm not saying they're going to start, but I'm saying
well,
let them play on the team. Let them be part of
But
the team.
if you play them once in a while, then you kill them.
It's hard.
Playing.
It's hard for this for now, right? Because, like, another guy that has to be sold, if they can make any money, I don't know how much Sandro makes per year. I don't think he makes that much.
You're not making tons on Sandro.
No, but can they make 15 million? Can they make 15 million and get rid of him and upgrade with somebody younger?
We have Pellegrini. That's
what I mean. That's what I mean. Can you sell Sandro, make 15 million bucks, reinvest somewhere else, put Pellegrini in? That's a 2-for-1 upgrade, right? You have to do things like that because you can't go straight. I don't think Fagioli and
I'm not saying to start both of them. That would be insane. I think we didn't talk about the game at all. I mean, really, just how disgraceful it was and how Porto, I didn't even put on there, had a red card in the 54th minute. To be up a man for so long and not be able to put that game away home is a disgrace.
Well, listen, let's talk about how they started the game to go down 1-0. This is the game you're facing elimination, and the first 40 minutes you come out, again, no energy. You let Porto score on you first. Luckily, you get the red card, which then you woke up, right? And it looked like they were going to score the 3 goals thanks to Chiesa, basically.
Which was like also the dumbest red card ever. Like, what was that guy doing?
Yeah. I mean, they
got lucky, I'm saying.
Usually it's Juventus that gets unlucky. They got lucky and they still weren't able to.
I got a luck with Demiro to do that penalty.
That was a stupid play. That was a stupid
penalty.
That was immature and young. That was stupid.
How was the penalty again?
He just went over aggressive in the box.
He wasn't a face.
Back to the goal.
It hit him from behind. It was stupid.
Was it even a clear penalty though?
Yeah, it was a penalty. It was 100% penalty. It was a stupid play. It's the where you wanted the lit in the lineup. He's coming off. It wasn't 100%, but right there is I'd much rather have the lit in the lineup than.
Let me ask you about that because me and Daddy said that during the game. Like the lit, we thought he was injured, but then he came in anyway.
Well, he couldn't play a full 90, I guess. I don't know.
Why? He can play the best team in the
It was the same reason McKennie didn't start.
Play
and
the
you
best
questioning,
team in the beginning. What is it?
I agree. If they're healthy to play, then put them in the lineup. Enough to rest. Put them in.
Yeah, if you're going to put him in overtime, I got to figure that the guy's good enough to play, no?
Yeah, I think you saw a lot of bad from Pirlo in this game. Number one, there's no imagination on this team. Every play went through Cuadrado, and they're doing cross every single time.
Every single time.
That's been all season.
I know it is, but it just shows you that I don't think they do the right things in training. The free kick goal at the end of the game, the shittiest wall you'll ever see in your life.
Oh my God!
Their coach is clearly not teaching that. If everyone and their mother knows that people are lying people down on the floor, why is he not even thinking about that?
Daniel, usually Cuadrado stand there as a crocodile. This time he didn't do it. They put 3 people. Ronaldo jump.
Yeah,
come on. You don't have nobody in there. Why do you jump? The last thing is to jump.
But I put I put it on Pirlo. I put it on Chesney. These people, they should know what to do in these situations. You can only get beat or not in it.
Or maybe they thought it because they were one men. Less they thought they could win. I don't understand.
But that's even more of a reason to think that they're going to take their chance there because they're a man down. It's the 115th minute. If this is any chance that we're going to have, it's this one right here. Like, take it seriously. It was embarrassing.
It was embarrassing. And it's just, and again, I think to Dan's point, I mean, I am so sick of seeing the one play is, and first of all, by the way, I just remembered I wanted to say something. One of the announcers on the channel that I was watching was like praising Cuadrado. He couldn't dribble people, and his crosses were poor, right? So if anyone watches Juventus knows that Cuadrado was still injured, not in good form. But regardless of that, I'm so tired of watching the same thing. Goes to Cuadrado and they cross it, and then on this side we have Sandro crossing it to the goalie every single time. Can't make a cross. Like, this is just pathetic. But where's the movement When's the last time Juventus passed the ball on the
Great.
ground?
And
with
Pellegrini
movement
is more perfect than him.
But Sancho sucks. He regressed over the last 3 years. But
Frank just wants Gosens. That's all he wants.
Gosens I know we can't afford. We're not going to get.
That's his Christmas wish.
But yeah, I would get Gosens. But my point is, when's the last time
you can afford the people if you sell some of your guys.
Yeah, but to sell someone,
you see, we don't like Bentancur, we don't like Rams, but there is people that like them.
I think there's a market for Bentancur. I think you'd be able to sell him. He's young enough.
Listen, that's what you need. You need one buyer who's willing to pay you some money.
We're not able to stay with the same people.
Make changes because I don't think I'm watching next year. I can't watch this again. Dude, I'm not even kidding. Like,
well, listen, where
let's go into.
When's the last time you saw Juventus have 2 or 3 passes on the ground with people moving?
Wrong when we said we didn't want him to buy. Obviously we didn't think he was a need. Chiesa's on the verge of being a superstar. So you have your future. You have your future captain.
If the team play good, otherwise it's going to get to like that.
No, Chiesa's not going to get worse. Chiesa's going to get better. He's going to get better and better.
It's like Ronaldo. One player cannot do anything. He gets tired too.
Well, I'm saying he's who you're building around. He is the team. You need.
I told you what are we building. Look, Szczesny out, Pellegrini. Then they have Demiral and Delete, and we bring back Romero. All right, and this is the defense. We're okay with this.
You're not going to be able to bring back Romero. Adelant's going to activate that. You're not going to be able to get him. So he's gone.
What was the deal for Adelant?
There is another guy they can buy, Lovato, Verona.
He's coming back. He's not coming back.
100%. He's staying in Adelant. There's no way.
If they want to renovate, they want to do something.
That's not on them. The Romero thing's not them. That's they made the mistake. He's gone 100%.
Yeah, they made that mistake right now. Adelant can just has the option, right? To what?
Yeah,
20 million?
Everyone else can go for me. I'm keeping Kulusevski. I'm keeping Chiesa.
I would have sell Artur. I tell you something else. If you have to keep Artur, I would have switched it back. Pjanic with Artur.
I wouldn't go that far. I hate Pjanic.
No, but Pjanic is at the end. But Pjanic was.
They both suck.
They're both.
Yeah. Both suck. Listen, Arthur had time where he had the chance to pass it vertical and just go sideways all the time.
Right. Arthur, did you see Arthur pass one pass in vertical? Never.
No.
And this also speaks to McKennie. Like McKennie could play like Barella. He can.
Yeah, but they don't let him.
But he puts him on the wing. Puts him on the wing when he comes in. I'm like, what the fuck are you trying? What do you think he's trying to do out there? Like, seriously, like
it's very frustrating. So, just to recap this, because we do have to move on. I want to talk about their other game too. But
do we really have to move on? Because there's a lot more.
There is lots to talk.
I know, but what are you going to spend 45 minutes talking about them?
Yeah,
you got a whole off season.
Go ahead, keep talking. What do you want? What else do you want to say that we haven't said?
No, we didn't talk about Cagliari still.
That's the game. That's what I was just saying. I want to switch that one.
You want to switch? Let's see the difference with Cagliari.
The difference? I wasn't happy with that game either, personally.
First half, they were okay.
I think with Ronaldo's goals, I wasn't impressed with them. I mean, I think Cranio should have saved the one that was right over his head. I think that there was a penalty shot. And then the other one was a free header that he got to go from far post to near post. Unmarked, anybody will score that. Like, how are you going to leave Ronaldo wide open for that?
Well, it was a nice pass from Chiesa, wasn't it?
No, I think was it Chiesa
on the third one?
The other one, the other one was Chiesa, but the corner kick. He was literally unmarked.
Even there, did you see Cagliari? Cagliari had the chance. And Szczesny made some save.
Yeah.
Even I don't like him.
Listen. It's like I go back to the first week. Remember when you saw them beat the first week of the season? They beat. We played right, and that's what Juventus does this year. They play a team that sucks. They try to beat them. Any team that's halfway decent, they can lose to anybody. Like,
you know how I know they suck? Simeone scored on them. That's how I know they suck.
Yeah, I mean he's had a pretty bad season.
Simeone is good.
He sucks. Get out of here.
He's had a bad season. But what was I going to say? I wanted to say something about Oh, Ronaldo, what do you guys think about that karate kick to Cranio's face? Red card?
No, that wasn't. No.
To me, that's what I've seen worse called red card. I would have did a red card.
Way.
Frank, if that happened to Chesney, you'd be crying.
That's the danger.
You'd be saying a red card. Yes,
No,
you would.
I don't even think it was a foul.
Didn't see him because there was 2 players in front of him.
It was a red card.
That's
It was not a red card. He was going for the ball.
No,
He was going for the ball.
I don't go to.
And Chesney dove down. It wasn't like
You might say how many times.
Listen, a dangerous play gets a yellow card. When 2 players go with the high foot, they get a yellow card.
No.
They don't get a red.
I've seen less get red cards. That's a red card.
Nah, come on.
Did you see Milan
As a
Napoli?
goalie,
Milan Napoli. What's his name? Hernandez was a red card too.
Yep, I said
100%.
that too. We'll get to that game too.
You guys like to give red cards out too easily.
No, but I mean they're breaking the rules.
Break legs. Come on. And face.
No,
Cranio
did
had a
what he had
rough
to do.
game.
Cranio came out and did what he had to do on that cross. He was brave. He came out. He knew he was going to get contact. It happened to hit him in the face. If he would have not hit him in the face and the shoulder, everyone would have been like, "Oh, okay, just contact." Like that's just what happens.
The foot was too high.
It's 3-1 on this one, Frank.
I don't know. I don't think. Well, obviously the ref agreed with me because he didn't get a red card. So
Our point was it not a red because it was Ronaldo?
no, I don't think so.
No, I don't think so. Actually, the ref sometimes they want to throw him out. And you know how many free kick they don't give it to Ronaldo? Or penalty?
Pond even said just because they've been given a red doesn't mean it's a red.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I think it was a red.
I mean, so you're saying what? The ref literally constantly goes, "Oh, it's Ronaldo. I'm not going to give him a red card."
I think 100% that happened.
I think that definitely plays into it.
100%.
I don't think they care.
Ronaldo went out there and tried to prove a point after getting all the criticism in the game against Porto. Scores a hat trick, but in the end, I could care less. It's a hat trick you scored here when you did jack shit in the game versus Porto. Like you're not making up for it right there. Sorry, that doesn't fly with me. And
one thing that did show me though is it seemed like when he scored, he has the team support. Like they were happy for him scoring. You could tell, like kind of like shutting up the crowd. So the team likes him. Like that's good. But like, yeah, I need you to show up. You know, and listen, it can't always be Ronaldo either, though, right?
Oh,
like
nice.
Porto wasn't just Ronaldo's fault.
65-35.
Yeah, we've been reading this whole time. We've not been paying attention.
No, what's that?
Does anyone actually like Ronaldo?
It must have been Teresa.
No, Pond.
No,
Putin got her shout out.
Yeah. So no, I agree that it doesn't all fall on Ronaldo. It should know he gets too much credit and too much blame. You know, when they go good and when they go bad, it's a team effort. But you know, we're disappointed when he's thought as the savior and the guy that's going to put him over the hump for Champions League, and they can't get out past the quarterfinals.
Well, that was the other one take from the Champions League game, right? Like Pepe
played fantastic.
He played amazing. He looked like he was 26 years old and the best defender in the world. I mean, the guy was a couple days before there was question whether or not he was even going to play.
It was a play for him.
Every goal he won.
They were insisting like to throw the ball in the air.
I mean, he's very good in the air. Yeah.
Morata and Ronaldo didn't want one ball. Like play the ball on the ground. Play with some speed.
Change it up. You have different people with different skills, and you're just going back to the same thing over and over again. It's something that really needs to be addressed.
The main mistake that Pirlo does, you know, he doesn't start the best formation. He has to put it in his head. You start the best people.
Yeah,
then
I don't think he knows the best people are.
for emergency or substitution.
I agree. You give McKinney 30 minutes, start him at the beginning. Maybe you get 60 minutes out of him, and then you sub him out. You know, like why are you limiting his time? DeLitt could have played more than what he played. You know, it's just I don't know.
Because then they both played the overtime.
Yeah, the most crucial time.
They played more than 9 minutes.
Yeah,
back in the beginning.
They suck.
So I mean, there's a lot of questions that got to be answered. A lot of things need to change. We'll see how they finish off in the season. Are they going to respond to it? Are they going to actually press for the title, or give up and say, "Listen, we're out of the Champions League. We're 10 points behind. It's over." How are they going to respond? If they respond poorly, Pirlo's definitely out. If they respond positively, maybe they give him a second season. I think they're going to give Pirlo a second season.
I think so too because it's Pirlo.
If you look at the chat really quickly, Pond.
I tell you, if we lose the Atalanta, it's out.
Yeah, obviously.
No Atalanta in the championship and the Copa.
Italian Cup.
Oh, you think?
Nah, I don't think that matters.
No, that's enough. Plus, if you want to keep Pirlo, you have to give young people. Yeah, play with, tell them what to do. All of them.
Well, we'll see. I don't know. Chris, what were you saying?
So really quickly in the chat, I mean, we didn't really talk about this, but like how away goals count in extra time. Like,
What do you mean?
What
How
do you
they
mean?
count?
so like they made it to extra time, right? And then
Yeah.
I don't know, they, you know,
In the overall, that it's still
yeah,
aggregate.
like why is that a thing? Like,
But that's
Yeah.
something they have to discuss. That's
Yeah.
Yeah,
a lot
that's a
of
good
people
point.
like the rule.
It's a good point. I guess it's always been like that, though, right? Like I hadn't
Yeah,
thought about it.
yeah.
Especially now when there's 0 fans too. Like the away thing is just stupid.
Well,
Yeah.
you know what? What's the alternative? Penalty shots? They suck you just as much.
I mean, I wasn't expecting. I mean, penalty shots, whatever. They would have a 50-50 chance at that. But
probably less.
I don't
than
know.
50.
The away goal thing always bothers me. It's stupid. But I don't know. I don't find a better solution like how they would
Yeah,
do.
but we shouldn't even get to the point.
No, 100%. You're up
Yeah.
a man for 80 minutes or whatever it was. And you can't score an extra goal, and you let in a goal in the 115th minute. Get out of
Hey,
here.
you know what I thought? At the end, if we go over time, we have an extra man and we can win. So what's different? We could not do nothing.
No, they didn't deserve to win. They didn't deserve to go through.
Yeah. And hats off to Porto. I mean, this is why people love things like the NCAA bracket, the Champions League. You get upsets like this, and they become like Cinderella teams, and everyone gets behind them. So they did a great job.
It's not like Porto is like some crummy.
No, but they were underdogs, though.
So it was like Atalanta last year. People were pulling for them, right? And they were
I mean,
a minute away from going to the, you know.
Listen, let's hope Atalanta passes. Otherwise, there's no Italian teams left in Champions League.
Yeah, it's bad. Anyway, let's move off Juventus. We spent 35 minutes on them. Dom, go to Inter, I guess, right? Let's go to Inter, my favorite team.
God.
Oh, we didn't mention Rugani, man. He really bottled up Ronaldo in that game. Man, Rugani, can't wait to have him on the team next year.
Is he still ours?
The wife, Rugani's wife, say, Rugano is an arrivederci, no addio. She hoped to, him to go back.
I'm telling you right now, if Rugani's on the team next year, I'm not watching a minute. I'm not even kidding. I'm not watching a
Oh,
minute.
he cannot go on the Juventus.
Nah, I'm joking. I just like throwing Rugani in there.
He misses a chance.
All right.
Chance. He was there for 12 years.